chips and changes. Jonas Wu gives up the right wing for Carter Cunningham. Puck swept off his stick. Taken back by Calgary at their own line. Hunter Ora banked up the wall to Douse. Touch to his right. Quick shot from Ethan Moore. Glances above the Tiger goal of Casey. Rolls to the left point. Turned over to Jonas Wu of the Tigers. He'll speed up ice. Give off for Cunningham. Touch to his left. Caden McCann. Back to the circle. Wu. Backhand pass in front. Intercepted. And the Hitmen advance up ice with numbers. Hunter Ora leading the 3-on-2 rush. To his right lineup last night. Hager was out. Steen was out of the lineup in Red Deer, appearing in 3 of the 4 games this weekend for the Tigers. All 7 Tiger D dressed tonight, going 11 forward, 7 defense. Here, Hager on his first shift, a point shot. Blocked in the slot. Rebound comes to Moss in the right circle. Moss on the backhand. Shoots. Save made by 2. Rebound back in the right corner. Found by Tyson Moss. Out there as a forward right now. Feeds a pass to the point for Steen. Lays that off to his left, but not able to hold it on side as Hager backtracks to center ice and thwacks the puck back inside the Calgary line. Hitman slipping the left side of the Tiger zone. It's Luke Travers, bottom of the left circle. Shot on the left wing, overskating a puck at the Tiger blue line. It's chopped at by Van Mulligan, who can't control. Cunningham looking to dig it free, unable to do so. At the point, Macbeath a point shot. It pinballs off bodies wide of the Tiger cage. McCann in the right corner, overskates a puck, gets it back, pass up the middle, deflects off skates to the point. Macbeath with it for Calgary. He shoots. That's blocked in front. Rebound recovered by Moore. Work to the right point for Hunter Ora. Ora shoots. That's blocked by Cade Stengram. It trickles back in behind the Tiger goal. Found by Bison and turned over in front off the post. Golden opportunity for Molgachev to open the scoring. He rung iron. Now a post apiece here early in this hockey game. McCann steals a puck free from Moore behind the Tiger cage as Medicine Hat gets it back and begins to exit their zone after a long shift. For all 5 skaters out there, Bisonen will chip and change. The Tigers send on Parr, Core, and Reshny. Back to center work the Hitman. Rylan Ing checked off. Wu in behind his own goal for the Tigers. 6:40 gone in the first. Next whistle will send us to the media timeout as Jonas Wu darts across center and wraps a puck around the wall. Hard in the left side of the Hitman end. Clearing attempt cut off by Noah Davidson. He'll take it behind the goal. Center in front, broken up. Rolls to Van Mulligan at the left point. He steps around Molgachev, cycles back to the left point for Liam Ruck. Liam Ruck shoots. It's deflected. Center as Riley Steen touches it down inside the Tiger zone. 2 sends it back to the near side boards, cut off by a forechecking Caden McCann. Taken from his feet by Luke Travers, sent to center and bumpered back inside the Calgary zone. Tigers doing a good job of pressuring the Hitmen early in this hockey game. Tigers did open the scoring last night at home against Calgary, but the Hitmen would go on to score 3 unanswered on their first 7 shots, forcing Jordan Switzer's night to end early. The Tigers looking a lot sharper here to begin this hockey game, similar to how they looked in the 3rd period of last night's come-from-behind win. Tigers back in the offensive zone. Stengram a pass to the point, goes off skates, found back along the far boards by Carter Cunningham, who shovels it down below the goal line for Dayton Reshny. A spinning centering feed intended for Cameron Parr is stolen free by Travers. He's out on a long shift for the Hitmen. He'll abandon the puck to his left as that sent to center ice by Landon Amrine. 2 shots apiece between the Tigers and Hitmen as we sit scoreless here in the first period. The 3rd meeting of the week between these 2 divisional rivals, 5th of the season. Tigers lead the head-to-head 3-1 with a victory tonight, would secure at minimum a split of the season series after the Tigers took 7 of 8 meetings against the Hitmen last year, including the most critical game of last year's regular season, Game 68 here in the Saddle Dome that won the Tigers the Eastern Conference regular season title. Hitmen back in the offensive zone. Casey pokes a puck loose in the slot after a diving Cohen Douse put a shot on target. Hunter Ora controls at the left point off a rebound. Pushes a puck off the end boards to the right wall for Ben Macbeath. Macbeath skates into the right corner, gives to the point. Moore fakes the slap shot, gives to Ora on the left half boards. Back up high Moore, drop feed for Ora, back pedals to the high slot. Holds, fires! Deflects off bodies, never got to the goal of Switzer as Cunningham falls to a knee exiting the zone, but from his knees, one hands a puck up ice to Hager, through his legs McCann, cross ice, Cunningham couldn't finish the beautiful passing display. Tigers still control. Parr in the left circle, pinned up along the far boards. Parr, a similar great passing display last night, put a beautiful pass on the tape of Gavin Core late in the hockey game against Calgary. Core 4 had eyes for this. Now the Tigers slowly work back up ice. Jonas Wu with a spin move at his own blue line. He'll give back off to his left for Riley Steen. Tigers amid a change as Steen gives up ice as the Tigers work it deep and behind the Hitmen goal of 2. Wrapped around to the right wall, clearing attempt cut off by Davidson. Pinballs to the left point, and that'll hop up on an edge and slip just back to center as Hager with a nice check standing up, Landon Amrine, and the Tigers wrap it back behind the goal of 2, who exits his crease to play the puck. Wraps it around the left boards. Gorzinski on a stretch feed couldn't. Puck tied up on the draw into the far corner, corralled by Hunter Ora of the Hitmen. W-rated prospect for the upcoming draft, touches it around the wall. Tigers steal. McCann gives to Hager in the left circle. He shoots and a paddle. Save made by 2. Rebound work to the point. Hager holds the line, reverses it back around to the right wing corner. Stangram touches down for Cunningham. Pindle on the wall by Ora. Doc digs it free and banks the puck back for Ora. Under pressure from Cunningham and McCann, who barrels over Ora. But the puck rolls right to the possession of Ben Macbeath, who chips up the wall. Tigers again hold the line. McCann fires to a vacant right wing as the Tigers amidst a change. Sent freshing in relief of Jordan Switzer last night. He was pulled after allowing 3 on 7. Casey has faced just 3 shots so far tonight and has stopped all 3. Tigers back inside the Hitman zone. Push a puck in behind the Calgary cage. Brizgalov works to the right point for Pickford. He shoots. It's blocked in front by his own man. Rolls back to the right point and just slips to the neutral zone as Pickford bumps it right back into the offensive end. Liam Ruck with it on the left wall, cycles it for Noah Davidson, but he can't quite control the rolling puck as the Hitmen work it around the boards and down the ice, but icing waved off as Wilkie with puck as it trickles back to center. In come the Hitmen. Gorzinski, left side, centering feed goes off the back pad of Casey. It's loose at the side of the goal. Found by Molgachev, works to the right point, a shot to traffic, blocked in front, more on the doorstep, shoots and a great toe save by Casey. Tigers clear the rebound down the ice. It was Molgachev waiting around Casey, who came out of his net, and Molgachev tried to bank it off the back of the equipment of Casey and in, but Casey back to Ethan Moore, who had a point-blank chance, but Casey made a right pad save. Tigers with it in the offensive zone off the face-off win, control at the point. Pickford gives to his left for Jonas Wu, work to Gavin Core in the left dot. Core leaves it at the point for Pickford to the slot. A shot's deflected into skates, found by the Hitmen. Clearing attempt held in at the point by Wu. Flip to the right circle, that's Reshny. Reshny back to the point for Wu. Head fake, he'll step around, douse, walk in the slot, feed a pass to Pickford, bottom of the left circle, he shoots, that's blocked by Ora. Pickford gets it back behind the Hitman goal. He'll walk up to the right point, 70 seconds left in the opening frame, scoreless here in the Dome. Wu chips into the far corner, found by Hunter Ora, lifted down the ice as that rolls right to the Tiger blue line. They were in the game down the right wing, finds Doc, high slot, shot saved by the pad of Casey. Rebound kick to the slot, but cleared from danger. Landon Amrine was gliding towards goal in an attempt to pot home the rebound, but never got a chance to control the puck. Hitman still with it. Hunter Ora floats a point shot to the slot, knocked down by Doc. Found by Van Mulligan, sent up the wall and muscled to center by Cunningham. Found back by the Hitman. Gorzinski in the right side, through his legs. What a move on the forehand, shoots and a great save. He's back in the lineup tonight for the Hitmen. Rides a 3-game point streak into this tilt. Hitman control the draw. Ora, point shot, blocked by his own man, Lodwick in front. Newton's on the rebound, chops it up the wall to Brizgalov. He'll clear to center ice. Macbeth holds at his own blue line for Calgary. Gives up ice for Wilkie. Tigers caught changing. Ing, a partial break down the right wing. Drags, shoots, scores! That allows Calgary to change. Hager, stretch pass ahead for Parr. He'll poke it in behind the goal of 2. Core on the forecheck, fights with Macbeth in the corner. Parr pries it free for the Tigers. Gives to the right point, Van Mulligan. Low shot, hits his own man, Reshny in front. Pinballs off sticks and rolls to Macbeth of the Hitman. He'll clear to the point, poked by Van Mulligan, skidded onto by Trevors, who stops in front of his own bench for Calgary, and now chips it off the boards into Tiger territory. Clearing attempt cut off by Trevors in the right circle. He'll hold, fire off the post. Nearly 2-0 Calgary, but the iron denies the Hitmen for the second time tonight. Tigers back in, but enter on in the Tiger kill. The extra minor going to Tyson Moss out of the fray. Ethan Newtons, Rylan Ing assessed offsetting roughing minors, Williams and Vicenen, each sitting for 5 for those points. A over his last 4 games now for Wilkie as the Tigers win the draw at their own line and clear the puck down the ice. 30 seconds remain in the Hitmen's first man advantage of the night. They went 3 for 3 on the power play last night. Here they turn it over the Tiger line. Marcus Ruck looked to maybe spring Liam Ruck on a partial shorthanded break, but the pass unable to connect, and they'll elect to change as the Tigers have 15 seconds left in the kill. The Hitmen one last rush through center. Moore chips it behind the goal of Casey, out to play the puck, touched it to his left. It's loose in the slot. Backhander from Doust goes wide. Rebound found by Molgachev in the corner. Worked down low. Hard pass to the point. It's Macbeath given to his left. Molgachev back up high. We're back to 5-on-5. Amrine under pressure from Parr. Sees the puck swept free. Tigers clear off the glass ahead for Tyson Moss. Tigers 2-on-2 with the trailer. Moss to the trailing Van Mulligan. He'll drag. Shoot! And a paddle save made by 2. Puck on the net behind 2. Dug free by Parr, who couldn't get a shot off in tight as the puck popped free into the slot. Hitman the other way. Moore at the left point of the Tiger zone. Chops it down and forward for Calgary as he chips it deep into the Tiger zone. Tigers look to clear up the far boards. It's cut off by Molgachev, but the Tigers right back with it. Hard through center. A pass kicked into the Hitman end by Cameron Parr. Pickford on the forecheck. Pins up Pizarchuk along the end boards with the puck beneath. Back at it on the replay. Just awkward. Most people don't bend that way, but fortunately these players in great shape, and there Pizarchuk, no worse for wear, still in the plays. He clears to center. The Tigers get it right back in, and the aforementioned Pizarchuk plays it up the boards. It's held to the point by Väisänen. His wrist shot blocked all the way back to center. Sorry, make that Pickford. Väisänen still in the box with Bobby Williams, serving the remainder of their fighting majors. Tigers send it back into the zone after a brief clear from Calgary. Brizgalov in the corner, centers. Newton's sharp angle shot saved by the pads of 2. As the Hitmen will clear a rebound down the ice, and that'll go for an icing. And then to take the draw, wins it back to the point. Steen, a shot blocked by Moore. Found by Doust and sent to center. Intercepted by Liam Ruck and one-handed back in below the Hitmen goal line. Macbeth wraps it around the wall to Doust, who's run into by Steen. Steen, a rookie Tiger defenseman, but has shown physicality. He dropped the mitts in Brandon the other week with the 20-year-old forward Nicholas Johnson and easily got the better of that tilt. Tigers back in the offensive zone as they steal a clearing attempt. Marcus Ruck fires across into the midsection of Liam Ruck. He can't handle it. Hitman clear to center. Moore skates into Noah Davidson. Puck pops free. Tigers back in the O-zone 3-on-3. Marcus Ruck skates laterally at the left point. Try to drop pass at the blue line. It's poked free by Bobby Williams. Sits loose at center. Skidded onto by Kane Wilkie. Touch to his right for Harrison Lodwick, who drives of the week. And the Tiger power play underway. They win the face-off,
number
control
9,
the
Harrison
point, looking
Ludwig,
to tie
2
the game
minutes
at
for
1.
hooking. Time penalty, 12 minutes, 16
back
seconds.
up top for Wu.
Ludwig for hooking
Off
at
to his
12:16.
left, Pickford. Back to Wu. Back to Pickford, who fans on the one-timer from the top of the left circle. Tigers taking on the league's top-ranked penalty kill, that belonging to the Calgary Hitmen. Tigers still hold at the right point. It's Marcus Ruck. He'll walk down the boards, give back up high for Wu. Wu to Marcus. To the slot for Liam, surrounded by a pair of Hitmen. The puck sent to center. Tigers will curl back at their own line. 35 seconds gone on the power play. Wu chips it off the boards, cut off by Dock and sent the length of the ice. The Tigers had a power play late in overtime. Blocked by Steen, rolled into the left corner. Chasing after it, Amrine as he battles with Steen in behind the Tiger cage. Puck pops free to Kyle Hager. He'll touch it around the wall. Hunter Ora not able to hold that onside for the Hitmen. And they retrieve back at their own line. Ora still with it. Slides in the left side of the Tiger zone. Drops for Dock to the slot. Gorzinski shoots. Blocked. Tigers the other way. 2-on-1. Brizgalov down the left wing with Newtons. Brizgalov holds. Fires. Scores! 6th of the season for the Belarusian. Yaroslav Brizgalov broke a 11-game goalless drought last night and now finds goals in back-to-back games. Tied it at... If they are able to kill it off, will carry over into the infant phases of period 3. Hitman control off the draw. More at the right point. Walks. Fires! Deflects wide of the Tiger cage. Doust on the rebound. Holds for the Hitman. Gives to the right wall for Landon Amrine. Amrine wraps it back around for Moore. Pass to the point. Out of the reach of Molgachev and will roll down the ice with 10 seconds left in the Hitman power play. They head behind their goal, and they'll look for one last rush as the period expires. Stretch pass to center, Doust crosses the Tiger line, held up on the wall. Molgachev centering feed, one-timer saved by Casey. Lost 4-3 in Red Deer and 1-7-6 last night. Penalty upcoming on there tonight. 45 seconds into their second chance. They'll start back from their own zone. Marcus Ruck at center ice. Gives back into his own zone for Liam Ruck. He'll give off to his left. Jonas Wu enters the Hitman zone. Stops on the half boards. Walks back up to the blue line. Drop pass, Pickford left circle. Walks, holds, fires above the goal of two. Held at the right point off the rebound from Wu, who fans on a pass. It's found by Gorzinski. He can't clear. Marcus Ruck cross ice feed. Pickford holds, centers. Broken up by Aura. Pickford gets it back in the left corner. 45 seconds left in the Tiger power play. Pickford pinned up in the far corner, picked up by McCann, worked around the wall, but Marcus Ruck with the toe of the stick, unable to hold it in at the right point to center and slip in the left side of the Tiger zone. Slips by a check from Hager, centers all alone. Doc, a great save from Casey. Rebound blocked by Hager. Point blank, wide open was Cale Doc. Carter Casey makes the best save of the night to keep the game tied at 1, doing it in front of a wall of scouts behind him. That one will go in the notepad on the green side. A great save for Carter Casey. Right back in, walk the Hitman. Gorzinski at the left point, fires a pass across. Stolen away by Aura, just unable to hold the line. He'll bake it back into the top.
Original barbershop.
Puck tied up in the draw, controlled by Medicine Hat. Vicen in front of the goal of Casey, who just made a point-blank stop on Cale Doc just prior to the timeout, keeping this game tied at 1. As the Tigers chip down into Calgary territory, it's sent back to center. Penalty coming up on the Tigers when they touch the puck. It'll either be a knee or a 5-hole on Eric 2, and the Tigers lead 2-1 here in the Saddle Dome. It's their first lead of the night.
34, Noah Davidson.
First time they've led against Calgary since it was 1-0 early last night.
Davidson, 7th of the season for
This one far from over as the Hitman to center, ice the puck. Whether he knows there's a pile of scouts here or not, I'm unsure, but his play surely has been impressing them tonight. Hitman win the defensive zone draw, and he'll give to his right, crossing the Tiger line. Over Amrine, shoots, deflects wide to the goal of Casey, held at the left point by Macbeath. Cycle down low, a kick in front from Amrine, put the puck on target, but a save made by Casey. That would have been an interesting one had it gone in, because that was close to a kicking motion. Caught Amrine on the short side off guard with a pass in his feet. It looked like he directed it on target, but that would have been a very interesting review. Puck sent back down into the Tiger zone with 9:20 to go in the third period. The Tigers escape to center. Davidson, who has the go-ahead goal, flips it in behind the net of Eric 2. He has stopped 11 of 13 shots faced tonight for the Hitmen. The Hitmen quickly cleared to center. Davidson on the back check, knocks it loose at center ice, gives up ice for Kyle Hager, who sends it down inside the Calgary zone. Liam Ruck hard on the forecheck, nearly stole that free as Eric 2 was out of his net. A little lazily left for Amrine, crosses the Tiger line, holds up on the half boards under pressure from Steen. He'll drop it down for Doc, who walks to the left point. Gives down the boards for Gorzinski. Puck lost in the skates of McCann. Loose in the slot. Rolls to the right circle. Macbeth corrals. Penalty coming up on the Tigers. Point shot saved by Casey. Rebound touched by Hager. And it'll be off last night. The Hitman power play 0 for thus far. They control the face-off. Macbeth at the point, gives to his right for Ethan Moore.
To number 5,
Moore at the right point, gives down the wall for
13 minutes,
Aura.
30 seconds.
Make that Amrine. He'll get to the point, Macbeth. Left side, Molgachev. Backdoor pass for Doust. Not able to connect. Heavy check thrown by Liam Ruck as he knocks Doust down in the corner. Puck loose along the far boards. Controlled by Moore. Slipped off his stick as Liam Ruck pins it up loose. Puck sent to the slot, found by Pickford and laid down the ice towards the goal of Eric 2. 35 seconds gone in the Tiger kill. The Hitmen start from their own zone. Up ahead for Doust. Doust along the left half boards, gives in the corner for Moore. Moore wraps it around to a vacant right wing. Steen and Molgachev collide. Molgachev wins the entanglement, gets it to Aura at the right point, who quickly bumpers it around to the left wing wall for Macbeth. Touchdown low for Doust, looking for a centering feed, none there. He'll curl away, walk in front, and a pad save made on a short side wraparound from Casey. Tigers find it and head the other way. Gavin Cordes center, chips it lightly inside the Hitman line. Tigers changing Hitman the other way, but a stretch feed out of the reach of Doust will go. Draw one back by Lodwick into the right corner, poked up the boards by Stangram. give it back down low below the goal line. No one there for the Tigers. It's intercepted by the Hitmen, who wrap around the wall to Wilkie. He'll touch up ice for a streaking Ryland Ing, who opened the scoring in this hop. Davidson wins the draw to his left. Pickford finds it, shoots! Wide of the goal of Eric, too. Rebound taken in the right corner by Hunter Ora. He'll stretch a pass to center. Ethan Moore gives back for Harrison Lodwick. He'll give back to his right. Moore enters the right side of the Tigers zone. Shoots to the net of Casey. A blocker save made. Rebound, punch to the slot. Skated onto by Wu and slid down the ice. Hitmen control below their own goal line. 2 minutes left in the third. Tied at 2 here in Calgary. Back and work the Hitmen. It's Mulgage Games. In come the Hitmen. Lodwick off to Wilkie. Right circle. Backhander above the goal of Casey. Rebound sent to center by Gavin Core. Campar after as the Tigers start to change. He can't control. Hitmen back with it at their own blue line. Ora to his left from Macbeath. He'll curl away from a forechecking Caden McCann. Hitmen back in their own zone. Ora pass ahead. Finds the stick of Amrine. He'll tip it into the near corner of the Tigers zone. Van Mulligan first to it for Medicine Hat. Given around for Vicenen. Flipped up the boards as McCann pokes that ahead. And that goes off a body. 12 seconds left in regulation. Doc wins it through the feet of McCann. Below the goal line. He'll stop. Work back to his left. Quick shot. Saved by Casey off the stick of Amrine. 4 seconds left. Parr pokes it up the wing. Puck rolls into the Hitmen zone. Way here in the extra frame. Jonas Wu steals a puck away inside the right point of the Calgary zone, working on Doc. He'll head behind his own goal. Leave it back for Gorzinski, mishandled in the slot. Touched free by Wu. Wu really pestering Macbeath, but not able to come free with the puck, is now the Hitmen space in their own zone. Wu heads to the bench. Over the boards. Pops either Van Mulligan or Vicenen. Gorzinski cuts laterally. Left circle, he falls down, letting a shot go. Puck loose behind the Tiger. Freaking Gorzinski walks. Fires! Saved by the glove of Casey. Puck deflects wide into the right wing corner. 3 Tigers in digging for that loose puck. It's Kyle Hager away with it. Hager has one of the 2 overtime goals for the Tigers this season. He heads up ice into the Hitmen zone. Gives to his left, Caden McCann. Walks to the bottom of the left circle. Hauled down in the corner. Penalty coming up on the Hitmen. Almost a mirror situation to last night. The Tigers will be 4-on-3 the rest of the way as they control the puck. The net is empty. Penalty coming on Calgary. Can they score this time? Tigers. Marcus Ruck fires across to Liam Ruck. He'll hold at the right point. Liam Ruck to Kyle Hager. Hager